Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about the Clyde Challenor Raptor. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to run through what you get when you get one of his knives. So we got a little case like this. I just saw him at Blade Show a couple days ago. I did not ask him if he still presents his knives this way, but I'm pretty sure he does. If not, I will correct it because I'll send him a message while I'm editing the video just to make sure. But I mean, it's a nice nylon case, very cool, as you can see here, holding the knife, and you also get a certificate of authenticity describing your knife and what it's made of with his signature. Now, run down the specs of the knife real quick. This is a 4-inch blade made of 3V steel. You have 5¼ inch titanium handle. As you can see, open construction. You do have a titanium pocket clip with a, I believe, a ceramic ball bearing right here. Do have some jimping right here. If you notice, the pivot screws and the screws back here, I mean, literally, I think he just said, I found out this weekend that those take about 4 hours each to make. So extremely cool, extremely unique. Also only takes a flathead screwdriver to tighten or loosen depending on your needs. And if you notice, there's one extremely important feature that is on this knife that is on no other Raptor that he has ever made. So this is a one-of-a-kind knife made literally just for me. This little hole right here has a very important purpose. In case you didn't see the unboxing that I did a couple years ago, it's because it needs what he says kind of a grenade style pen. You will insert it into the slot, and now, oops, I did on the opposite side, sorry. Now you basically have a fixed blade, because even though this is a frame lock, which you can see here, which the lockup is absolutely perfect, this basically takes the lockup out of the equation so that you could use it for much more hard uses than you would possibly ever typically do with a folding knife. Now, why would he do this, and why would he do it just for me? Well, I'll give you a little bit of backstory. I'll probably even try to roll in the video if I can, but years ago, a buddy of mine, Steve Condor, sent me his knife that was the Raptor, not like this, just a typical Raptor. He told me to beat it up, it could take it. It was made of a different blade steel. This is 3V, the one that, and the way that he typically made them was M390, which is an amazing steel, by the way, in case you've never used it. But what I will say is that when he told me to beat it up, I did. And I broke it. I broke it during a stab test, which he kind of assumed was going to happen. I was stabbing a log, and at first it was just front to back, and then it was side to side. And when I went side to side, I snapped the tip off, freaked myself out, because it wasn't my knife. These are not cheap. I will just go ahead and say that now. These are not budget knives. But I called my buddy, like I literally stopped the video, called my buddy, he's like, just beat it up. Clyde's a great guy, he's gonna honor his warranty, do what you gotta do. So I did. So found out it was still an amazing blade. It still did all kinds of tasks that you wouldn't expect a fixed or a folding knife to do. Let's just say that. Like, it so outperformed any other folding knife that I've ever had that I was just amazed by it. So the next year I see him at Blade Show, and he sits down with me and he goes, you know what, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make you a knife that you can't break. And if you know me, if anybody knows me, I'm really good at breaking stuff, because I break a lot of stuff. And it's not intentional. Like, I'm not doing destruction tests trying to figure out what the limits of this knife or this pack or light or whatever it is that I'm testing. I just use them how I would use them. And in the process, I break a lot of stuff. So he made this with 3V. Every bit he makes himself, all in-house. He has his own CNC machines. I mean, just you name it, every bit he does himself now. And so that is also amazing. But what I got to say about this is this literally will now perform literally like a fixed blade. The steel is amazing. I'm going to roll in some demo footage in just a second, right after I tell you this. It's just that it performed so exceedingly well that, like, I can't live without this knife now. Like, I literally will tell you, this knife will never, ever, ever leave my collection. I don't care if you offered me $1 million. All right, well, $1 million, okay, I may sell it to you for $1 million, but that's how awesome this knife is to me and how personal it is. Like, this is the only one that exists that does this, that he has made. Like, literally the only one. He doesn't make the Raptor anymore. I'm going to leave a link to his Instagram page and to his website so you can see what he still offers. I mean, he has some very awesome looking, high performing blades. And I'll go ahead and tell you this. He loves the fact that you use them. If you buy his knives, I guarantee he would tell you this. Use it. Don't just make it a safe queen. Like, he makes these to be used. So even though I broke the one that he made previously that was a buddy of mine's, he made the guy a new blade. No questions asked. He understood what was going on. We gave him a heads up. But he was just so happy to see his knives being used, because so many people will buy really high-end knives and then never use them. They just take them out to show friends. I will never be that guy, ever. Ever, 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 ever. Like, if I got a knife, I'm gonna cut something with it. I'm going to use that thing because that's its intended purpose. And I will tell you, I've met enough knife makers that will tell you the exact same thing, right? They just want their knives to be used. I'm sure there's some that are out there that like the safe queen effect and just, like, you pay enough money for it that you don't want to use it, you just want to show it off. I get that. Just will never be me. Most of the knife makers, or almost, well, I would say all the knife makers that I've met, and I've met quite a few, all want their knives to actually be used. But look at, like, your finger groove right here. You got your jimping. So now, like, your thumb can literally get that higher up grip. I mean, it's extremely comfortable. I mean, it's titanium. I've had this for several years now, and I use it and carry it all the time. The little bit of wear that appears on it just gives it more character, but I'll tell you right now, like, it just withstands everything. Like, it is absolutely amazing. So give me a second. I'm going to roll in some footage of me using this out in the woods. I'm going to label this video Clyde's Revenge, because there was a log that I snapped the tip off of in the former knife, and so I'll let you see what happens after he creates the knife with a steel that is actually designed to do what I do with knives. Be right back. Alright, this is the Clyde Challenor Raptor with my special modification he did for me. Got the pen in now, and let's see, will it split? And I usually have gloves for stuff like this, but I left them in another bag at the house. So yay me. Works perfectly. He's using a 3V steel for the blade here, titanium scales. This will make making a fire tonight a little easier. Always a bonus, right? Look at it. Flawless. Not a thing has happened to it. And that's just a regular old folding knife with the perfect modification. I don't know if it's focusing or not. Let's try. But it does that. Obviously you want to see if it feathers. I haven't done a feather stick in a long time. Not the prettiest for this old wood, but it will do it. No issues there. But I didn't have any doubts. The original one that I reviewed, that I broke, I broke the tip off of it. There's a little bit better view. Was an M390 steel. So this was made to be a lot tougher. It's a Rockwell hardness of a 61. Which means you're going to get incredible toughness and awesome edge retention. Alright, now for this part, Clyde requested that I get the old log, but it has that wooded area that I used to test knives in has now been replaced by a building. So here we go, Clyde. Gotta say I'm a little nervous about this one, but this should be about the same equivalent of a log that I would have been using in my old testing. Still got the tip. I mean, this one's a little rotted, but so was the other one. Ooh. Nope, okay, that was just this clacking against it. Still got the tip. Yay me. And yay Clyde. Now, I wouldn't normally ever do this with a knife anyway. I would never take it to pry. But if for some reason there's an emergency, or I don't know, you're looking for grubs in a survival situation, you know, and you had to be able to get into a log, this is going to do it. And the bead, that's by Grumpy's EDC. It's the second one I got from him. Both are amazing. And so is this knife. Every time that thing clacks, it kind of makes me nervous. That'll hold, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so after that, I'm sure you can tell, let's just give you the rundown through this, just to give you that close-up look again, with the pin still in it. And again, right through here, your open construction, your lockup, studios, and your pocket clip, which works amazing, and of course it never loosens up or anything like that, so that's pretty awesome. We'll give you a run down the back. So hopefully you can see after that clip what this knife can do. So if you could imagine, well, one, for fiddling, it's absolutely awesome. Got ceramic ball bearings in that pivot, so it just makes it just absolutely super smooth. I mean, it weighs almost 5.5 ounces. It's like 545, I think what I said earlier. But when you're carrying it, it carries so much lighter than its actual weight. Will blow your mind. But also, if you can tell that if it can baton wood, process firewood like that, if it can stab like it did, then notching, opening packages, cutting cardboard, all of that is going to be a cakewalk for what this can do. Let me get back to you in just a second. This battery's about to die. Alright guys, sorry about that. when I started the video, I saw the battery was a little lower than normal, but I thought I would have plenty of time to discuss the knife, but I also realize now that like I can get pretty chatty. So sorry about that. But here's what I'm gonna say. Guys, this knife is absolutely amazing. This is the third knife I have from him. I have two others that are fixed blade. One I've already reviewed, one I did an unboxing. The full review will be coming soon, probably next week, but I'm just telling you. So not just a great functional knife, it's also a fun fondling knife. Like I literally could just sit here all the time and do stuff like that. Like it's literally just so, it just feels so good just watching this blade function, watching how this blade shape, I mean, just look at that. The craftsmanship, the precision. I mean, I'll tell you this right now, like he is so into precision that if you get anything, even a little bit of lint and stuff in that hole, like it's not gonna go in and it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to wash it out, blow it out, something like that. But the precision, I mean, I'll tell you right now, he owns his own business. He also is a rally car driver. Just one of the coolest, funniest people you'll ever meet. Just an overall amazing guy. I mean, I got to spend all this past weekend of Blade Show with him. A large majority of just me and him, and just had such a great time. I mean, I've been to several Blade Shows with him, got to hang out, but this is the first time we actually got to be almost exclusively hanging out for a large portion of the weekend. And so that was absolutely awesome, and that's important to me. Like the workmanship, the craftsmanship, the ingenuity, and the innovativeness of a maker is very important to me. Like obviously quality is extremely important, but also the person. And I don't know if you care, I hope you care. If you do care, hit the like button and the video. But for me, like knowing that I'm buying from a person that is such a good dude, just good people, I mean, hanging out at Blade Show, I'll discuss this more later, but learning so much from him was just amazing. Listening to him talk to other makers, like absolutely amazing. So guys, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, will really help the channel. I'm gonna leave a link to Clyde's Instagram and his website in the description. Also, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about these knives. Like I said, like he doesn't produce the Raptor anymore. He has a bunch of other versions with different blade stills to give you different options and stuff like that. I just wanted to show you because of the quality of craftsmanship that he can produce, and so that you know that even if you buy a smaller knife, because all the other ones are smaller than this one, but they have different blade stills, handle materials, inlays, all that kind of stuff. And so I want to show you his ability and skill set so that you will understand what you're getting when you buy one of his knives. Now again, gonna say, these are not budget knives. The original Raptor was, if I'm not mistaken, like $750. He customized this one. This is the only one that exists like this, so I have no idea how to put a price on it. But what you will see in the description below when you go to his links, if you like high quality, and I will say heirloom quality knives, you want to buy from this guy, because one, extremely great guy. Two, these knives are, you will pass them down to your children. They will last that long. They will look that good. I mean, I'm just not gonna lie. Like, these things are absolutely amazing. Amazing guy. You need to check him out. All right, guys. Hopefully this will help you in your purchasing decisions of getting a high quality, and I will say EDC outdoor knives, because he makes them that well that you should be carrying yours every day or every chance you get, because he deserves, and every maker deserves you to carry their knives and not just keep it into a safe, right? Show it off. Show people the maker that you've bought your stuff from. If you like them enough to buy from them, show other people so other people can buy from them. All right, guys? All right, again, hopefully this will help you in your purchasing decisions of getting a high-end, high quality, heirloom quality knife. And in the meantime, be prepared, have fun, check out Clyde Chalonor's knives. Also, again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment on what you think about this knife and or any other high-end knives, whatever you have to say about them. All right? We'll talk to you later.